Jai Hind, dear students of class 10. Welcome in geography class. And today I am going to start lesson 4 agriculture. As per as concerning your board exam, this lesson is very important this year. Many questions will be there in your board examination from this lesson because some of the lesson theory part, not the math, will not come in board assessment, but this lesson agriculture that aspect is really become important because chances are there to ask maximum question. You know that our country is a country known for its villages. Our country, India, is known for its villages, and in villages, the main occupation of people is the agriculture. The word agriculture in our life is not new. In class 8, in geography, we have studied agriculture in detail. We have studied about the agriculture of India as well as world also. Because of different type of geographic setting, different type of terrains, climatic condition, cropping pattern, as well as the knowledge or socio-economic development of the society is not same. As per differences are there in this geographical setting, climatic condition, technical know-how, etc. Agricultural pattern is different in different parts of the world. The word agriculture is simple. We can understand, yes, simply agriculture means growing crop. There is a simple concept. But agriculture is a comprehensive word. It is a word which means land cultivation. We are cultivating land for raising crops. Besides that, side by side, we are doing animal husbandry. It means pasupalan. We are doing forestry in some part where crops are not grown well. In those agricultural land, we are growing some trees for commercial purpose to sell in market after they will mature. As well as it also include pisciculture, machli palan, sericulture, and a number of other. So agriculture means land cultivation. It includes raising of crops, animal husbandry, pisciculture, forestry, etc. We know that in starting I have said you India is a country of villages, and in villages agriculture is the main occupation for the people to survival. About as given to your book, here it is. You can see given two-thirds of its population. It means the population of India is engaged in agricultural activity. But now, as per recent data, the total population dependent on agriculture has reduced about 52%. So more than half of our total population, you can see our total population is more than 130 crore. So about 65 to 70 crore people, they are dependent on agriculture for survival. Right. So in India, as we know that most of the villages, the major occupation is agriculture, and agriculture is a primary activity. What type of activity is this? As we know that there are three basic type of human activities. Human activities which generate income are called economic activities and divided into three categories: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary means the exploitation of nature. Agriculture is related to exploitation of nature. So it is a primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume. And through agriculture, we are producing food crops, fodder crops, many fibers we are obtaining from agriculture. So in India, almost all the crops are grown because we are having a huge base of population, very large population we are having, and to satisfy needs, we are having a heavy dependence on agriculture. As it is said that agriculture is the mainstay of Indian economy. भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था का मुख्य आधार कृषि है. So we should know that, as I have told you earlier, that because of differences in geographical factors like the terrain, climatic condition, availability of water, socio-economic factor like technical know-how, which all are different in different parts of the country. In India, same type of agriculture is not carried in all parts. As we should know that agriculture is basically divided into two types. First, that is called as subsistence. Subsistence means the agriculture which is carried by the farmers to feed themselves and their family first, and if any surplus is there, they are selling in the market. Called subsistence. जीवन निर्वाह के लिए किया जाने वाला कृषि. The second type is called commercial agriculture. As the name, commercial, व्यापारिक. The agriculture which is carried by the farmers, especially by the large and rich farmers, they have a motive for profit. They grow more and more crops, not to utilize themselves, but they are growing all such crops to sell in the market for profit. So types of farming we are going to discuss. As per your book, you can see. Now see, agriculture is an age-old economic activity. And what type of economic activity it is? Primary. Economic activity, it means the human activity which generate income. The human activities which generate income are called economic activity. So here we are having a clear concept related to three types of activities like primary, secondary and tertiary. So agriculture is a primary activity. Over these years, cultivation methods have changed. We know that what the cultivation method was there in past after independence. Lot of changes in agricultural method can be seen nowadays because with the advancement in technology, advancement in science, advancement in socio-economic lifestyle of people, the method of agriculture has also changed. As there is a old concept that धोती कुर्ता पहना हुआ, कांधे पे हल लिया हुआ, बैलों की जोड़ी लिया हुआ किसान होता है. Now farmers are modern, having tractors, threshers, seed drillers. They are using to wear jeans even. So the concept of farmers and the methods of farming both have changed with the advancement in technology. Day by day, the lifestyle is changing and also changing the methods of agriculture. As I've said you earlier, farming varies from subsistence to commercial. Basically, two types of agriculture or farming is there. First, subsistence, जीवन निर्वाह करने के लिए किया जाने वाला कृषि, और दूसरा कॉमर्शियल, जिसका उद्देश्य है अधिक से अधिक फसल पैदा करना और बेचकर अधिक से अधिक मुनाफा या प्रॉफिट लेना. So accordingly, as given, farming types vary from subsistence to commercial type. At present, in different parts of India, all such type of farming practices are going on. So the first type we are going to discuss, the subsistence farming. The subsistence farming is further divided into two major parts. The primitive subsistence farming, the farming done by the tribal community especially with primitive methods of agriculture, and another is intensive subsistence farming, in which you can see most of our farmers, especially in North India, they are engaged. So what are these type of farming and what are the main characteristics we are going to discuss. As given, this type of farming is still practiced in few pockets of India. Primitive subsistence farming, as I have told you, yes, it is practiced by tribal communities especially. So the methods are primitive, society also is primitive. So the type of farming is named as primitive subsistence. प्राथमिक जीवन निर्वाह कृषि. Here farmers are growing crops to consume themselves for themselves, as well as if any surplus is there, they can sell in market. Otherwise, the main motive is to sustain life. जीवन जीना, जीवन के निर्वाह के लिए. And here the primitive methods are utilized with on small patches of land, and primitive tools are also utilized. Some of the name you can see that of tools are given here. You can see दाव and digging stick, hoe. जो प्राथमिक टूल्स हैं जैसे छोटा हल, दाव लकड़ी काटने वाला, डिगिंग स्टिक एक लकड़ी की बनी हुई स्टिक जिससे कि जमीन को खोदा जाता है. सो दिस फार्मिंग practiced by tribal community where the society is not advanced, having lack of technology, as well as they are also dependent on rainfall for the crops to grow. They don't have developed irrigation system. It is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Why it is called slash and burn agriculture? Because in this type of farming, especially the tribal community living inside the forest, they are clearing a patch of forested land. Then they are, after clearing the area, they are burning all these shrubs and trees. And what the ashes produced, the ash is mixed with the soil to increase its productivity. So here slashing and burning of trees is going on, so also called as slash and burn agriculture. Farmers clear a patch of land, as I have told you. For what? To produce cereals and some of the vegetables for their survival. When they see that the soil is losing its fertility, they are leaving that area, again going to some new area in forest and doing the same activity, clearing the forest, slashing and burning is going on, again mixing the ashes produced by burning to increase the fertility of soil and doing the same activity. So it is not eco-friendly, almost banned, but still in northeast India it is in existence large scale where it is known as jhuming. Later we'll discuss. So this is also known as shifting cultivation, in which farmers shift from one region to another region, clearing forest, doing agriculture for 2 or 3 years. When soil is losing its fertility, they are leaving the place and going to a new area. But it doesn't mean that farmers will never come back on the place where they have practiced agriculture. After a few years, when they see that soil has regained its fertility naturally, again they are coming back and doing agriculture. Now see here, it is given, can you name such type of farming? Here, can you name such type of farming? Question is here, as well as explanation is also given. See, it is zooming in northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland. In northeastern states, especially in Nagaland, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal, etc., it is known as zooming, zoom agriculture. It is known as Deepa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh, Deepa in Bastar district of Chhattisgarh, and in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So different names are there. Practice is the same, practice is the same, but there are different names in different parts. In northeast, zooming. Again here you can see zooming. It is not related to India only. Inward, especially in tropical regions, this type of agriculture is in practice. So for different names are given, you can see zooming, the slash and burn agriculture, also known as shifting cultivation. It is migratory in nature, we know that. As farmers are shifting from one to another place in search of new farmland after clearing the forest by burning the trees, etc. So it is named as milpa in Mexico, and Central America it is called milpa. Conuco in Venezuela, Roca in Brazil, Ladang in Indonesia, Ray in Vietnam, etc. In India, this primitive form of cultivation is called Biwar or Dahiya in Madhya Pradesh. Here in Madhya Pradesh, two different names you can get. Likewise, Pamadavi, Koman, Bringa in Odisha, Kumari in Western Ghat, etc. It is known as Kurwa in Jharkhand. So, different names of this type of agriculture in different parts of India is there. One story is given here, it is very important. Through this, you can understand about this farming. easily. Now see, here a name, Rinja. Rinja is a little girl, lived with her family in a small village at outstroke of Dipu in Assam. Dipu is a district of Assam, and the story is quoted from that region only. Here, given that she enjoyed all these activities carried by the family members, like the clearing, slashing, burning of land for cultivation. She enjoyed all these activities. She often helped. If she is able to do some activity, she tried to help her family members in irrigating the field or carrying water through bamboo canal. As you have discussed in previous lesson, water resources, bamboo drip irrigation system that is also prevailing in that part of northeast, especially in Meghalaya and some parts of Assam. She loves the surrounding and wants to stay here as long as she can, because these tribal groups are having a love for their environment too. But this little girl has no idea about declining fertility of the soil and search of his family again for a new patch of land. She is enjoying, obviously, all this type of farming. She is enjoying also with the family members, with parents, but she don't know that it is not eco-friendly. And after 2 or 3 years or 5 years, my parents, my family members has to leave the place and again move to a new area in forest to do the same activity. So as I told you, it is not eco-friendly. Deforestation is going on. Due to deforestation, there is loss of ecological balance. There is ecological balance which is getting disturbed day by day. So further question is asked that can you name the type of farming Rinja's family is engaged in? Here, Rinja's family is engaged in cutting, burning, slashing the trees and clearing a forest area for doing agriculture. So simply the type of farming is primitive subsistence, also known as slash and burn agriculture or shifting agriculture. Again, question is asked, can you enlist some of the crops which are grown in such farming? In this farming, the farmers are growing basically cereals. Cereals means the food grains, अनाज, खास करके चावल, इस तरह के अनाज जो कि जीने के लिए जरूरी है, और कुछ सब्जियां, vegetables. So mostly cereals and some vegetables are grown in this type of farming. As we have discussed that this type of farming means, as the name, primitive subsistence, प्राथमिक जीवन निर्वाह करने वाली कृषि, done by tribal community with primitive tools, primitive methods. All these are old technologies they are using. They are dependent on rainfall to grow their crops. They don't have developed irrigation, etc. So what are the main features? Very first, we should know that it is practiced in India in a small patch of land, in a forested area basically. And the tools utilized for primitive subsistence agriculture are also old, like hoe, dao, digging stick, etc. We have seen all the family members are engaged in this type of farming. They are not hiring labor from outside generally. Another is that they depend on rainfall for their crops because they don't have any developed irrigation system. They have non-availability of chemical fertilizers, or they are not able, they are poor people mostly. So they are not utilizing any modern method of agriculture. They are not using any modern technique. They are not using chemical fertilizer or HYV seeds. HYV seeds means high yielding variety of seeds. High yielding variety of seeds. HYV सीड्स का भी इस्तेमाल नहीं करते, कोई मॉडर्न टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल नहीं करते, सिंचाई की सुविधा नहीं है उनके पास, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर, हाँ थोड़ा बहुत मैन्योर जो कि उनके फार्म प्रोड्यूस से, वेस्ट से या एनिमल्स के द्वारा तैयार होता है मैन्योर, उसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं कि प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ जाए खेत का. एंड ऑब्वियसली इट इज माइग्रेटरी इन नेचर. इस तरह की एग्रीकल्चर क्या है? माइग्रेटरी. फार्मर्स एक जगह परमानेंटली सेटल नहीं होते हैं, कुछ सालों के बाद वो उस जगह को छोड़ के एक दूसरे वन के ही, जंगल के ही एक दूसरे एरिया में जाके फिर वनों की कटाई, फिर उनको जलाना, राख को मिट्टी में मिलाना और खेती करना। तो ये क्या है? इट इज माइग्रेटरी इन नेचर, so also called shifting cultivation. As farmers, after looking that the soil has now lesser fertility, they are leaving the area and going to a new area of the forest, doing the same activity, clearing, burning the forest, and again producing crops. So this slash and burn agriculture is mostly practiced in tropical regions in India, especially Northeast India. Now it is in existence. Almost in other parts in our country, it is banned by the government. So it's all about this primitive subsistence agriculture. Now we are going to discuss about intensive subsistence farming. As the name, intensive subsistence farming. जीवन निर्वाह के लिए गहन कृषि, गहन एक ही खेत में पूरे साल कोई ना कोई फसल उगाना. As we know that in case of India, we are having three cropping seasons: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. And you can see in North India, especially where population density is very high, intensive farming is in practice, and farmers are trying to grow many crops during a year. During Rabi season, the main crop is wheat, which is a food grain. During Kharif, rice. Rice is the dominant crop. During Zaid, the short summer season, we will discuss later about all these agricultural seasons or cropping seasons. They are basically three types: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. So this type of farming is practiced in densely populated areas where the population pressure on land is very high. It is a labor-intensive agriculture where high doses of biochemical inputs as well as lot of irrigation is utilized for obtaining maximum production. You can say in intensive subsistence farming there is maximum use of minimum land. जो जमीन, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हेड फार्मर्स के लिए 1 या 1.5 एकड़ तक की जमीन ही उपलब्ध है, जमीन कम है, इसलिए हम लोग कम से कम जमीन पे अधिक से अधिक पैदावार हो, इसके लिए पूरे साल कोई ना कोई फसल जरूर उगाते हैं. So here the feature is maximum use of minimum land is. Here ask, can you name some of the states of India where such farming is practiced? The entire northern plain. You can take the example of Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, Bengal. We are doing intensive subsistence farming. In most part of our country, intensive subsistence farming is in practice because farmers have small plots of land and they have to grow more and more crop to satisfy the needs of such a huge population in our country. You can see there is a great demand of these food grains in the market too. But we know that due to the law of inheritance, उत्तराधिकार के नियम की वजह से जमीन छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में होती गई है. Land holdings are generally small in this type of farming. As I have said you, in intensive farming, intensive subsistence farming, farmers are generally engaged in producing cereals. Cereals means अनाज, खाद्यान्न, गेहूं, चावल, इसको उगाने में फार्मर्स लगे रहते हैं. और बिकॉज ऑफ लॉ ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस, उत्तराधिकार के कानून की वजह से जमीन लगातार जनरेशन बाई जनरेशन डिवाइड होती रहती है. अगर सपोज करो किसी एक फार्मर के पास 10 एकड़ जमीन था, उसके 5 बच्चे थे, तो 2-2 एकड़ करके बढ़ गया, फिर उनके 2-2 बच्चे थे, 1-1 एकड़ करके. मोस्टली लैंड होल्डिंग्स आर स्मॉल इन दिस टाइप ऑफ फार्मिंग. लॉट ऑफ बायोकेमिकल इनपुट्स आर यूटिलाइज्ड. So in this type of farming, farmers are trying to grow more and more cereals, more and more food crops, and using lot of biochemical inputs as well as irrigation. Further given, as we have discussed already, due to the law of inheritance, land holdings become small. जमीन के टुकड़े छोटे हो गए हैं. So adopting modern technology is also very difficult. Here I have discussed already, there is maximum use of minimum land. At last it is given here, thus there is enormous pressure on agricultural land because of excess population. In intensive subsistence farming, there is enormous pressure on agricultural land. What are the main features? The main features, it is a type of farming mostly practiced in densely populated region and in the areas where population pressure is high. It is obvious. It is labor intensive. Third, the land holdings are small and scattered. एक तो जमीन के टुकड़े छोटे हैं, खेत छोटे छोटे हैं, वो भी बिखरे हुए हैं. एक जमीन का खेत, एक जमीन का टुकड़ा या खेत यहाँ पे है तो दूसरा उससे काफी दूर. High doses of biochemical inputs and irrigation are also utilized. Manures are also utilized. Besides that, mainly food crops are grown. So this type of farming is mainly practiced in the areas of northern plains, coastal Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Brahmaputra Valley, etc. So it's all for today. The next class we'll discuss more about the different types of agriculture. We'll start with commercial agriculture. Thank you. Have a nice day.